When your cat quietly follows you after a tense moment, do you actually know what that means? Most people assume their cat doesn't care, or is simply acting like nothing happened. But behind that silence, there's something much deeper that almost nobody talks about. It's one of the most emotionally vulnerable things your cat can do. And if you misunderstand it, you might accidentally reject your cat's attempt to repair the bond between you. Because cats don't apologize with words. They apologize with trust. Have you ever scolded your cat, only to watch them turn away and start grooming themselves? Most people think that means attitude. But here's what's actually happening. Your cat is trying to calm the situation down. In feline language, looking away is a peace signal. Instead of escalating conflict, your cat chooses to de-escalate it. That grooming behavior you thought was disrespect is often self-soothing. Your cat is regulating their own stress. In other words, your anger affected them more than you realize. And even after that tense moment, many cats don't leave. They stay nearby. Not too close, but not gone either. Have you ever noticed your cat sitting quietly in the doorway after conflict? Not touching you. Not meowing. Just staying close. Most people think, if my cat loved me, they'd come cuddle. But here's what's actually happening. Your cat is giving you space while refusing to abandon the relationship. A 2021 animal cognition study found that cats adjust their distance based on how safe they feel with you. So when your cat stays nearby, they're checking if the connection still exists. They could hide. They could disappear under the bed. But instead, they remain within your orbit. Your cat is saying, "I'm still here." You've probably heard that slow blinking means love. But after conflict, it means something even deeper. A few minutes after tension, your cat looks at you and slowly closes their eyes. That is not random. A 2020 study from the University of Sussex confirmed that cats use slow blinking as a social communication signal. And when you slow blink back, their stress levels drop. That means your cat is asking, "Are we okay again?" Think about how vulnerable that is. A predator closing its eyes in front of another creature goes against survival instinct. Your cat is lowering their guard to rebuild trust. So when you receive that soft blink, answer it. Because that tiny gesture is your cat's way of asking for peace. And hey, if this makes sense to you, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more cat lovers who actually want to understand what their cat is really saying. Have you ever been upset, and suddenly your cat starts rubbing their face against your hand or leg? Most people think it's simple affection. But here's what's actually happening. Cats have scent glands on their cheeks and forehead. When they rub against you, they leave behind pheromones that signal safety and belonging. And after conflict, this becomes especially meaningful. Stress changes the way you smell to your cat. Your body chemistry shifts. To your cat, you smell emotionally different. So they rub against you to restore your shared scent. Your cat is trying to make you smell like family again. They are reclaiming the relationship. That forehead press is your cat saying, "You're still mine, and I'm still yours." This instinct begins in kittenhood. When kittens are born, they survive through warmth, scent, and touch. Mother cats groom and rub against their kittens constantly. These behaviors create a shared scent that tells the kitten they are safe. Those ancient instincts never disappeared. They simply transferred to you. So when your cat curls up on your chest, licks your hand, or presses against you after conflict, they are using the same behaviors kittens use to reconnect with their mother. A 2019 study from Oregon State University found that many cats form secure attachment bonds with their humans. That means your cat sees you as emotional safety. Not just a food provider. Not just a roommate. Safety. And that makes their apology far more meaningful. Here's something most people never stop to think about. Your cat does not do this for everyone. They don't expose their belly to strangers. They don't slow blink at every person. They don't follow everyone through the house. Cats are extremely selective with vulnerability. So when your cat rolls over after a tense moment, they are doing something profound. They are exposing the most vulnerable part of their body. Not necessarily to invite touch, but to show trust, or surrender, or both. Remember earlier, when I said some owners accidentally damage the bond. This is what I was talking about. If you immediately grab their belly, your cat may panic and bite. Not because they tricked you, but because their vulnerability was misunderstood. The safest response is simple. Speak softly. Slow blink. Respect the boundary. That's how your cat understands forgiveness. And what makes this even more heartbreaking is what happens when your cat stops trying. If your cat used to follow you, slow blink, sleep near you, or rub against you after conflict and suddenly stops, don't ignore it. Cats don't keep offering vulnerability where they no longer feel safe. If their repair attempts are repeatedly rejected, they may emotionally withdraw. Not out of spite, out of protection. Studies on chronic stress in cats show that emotional tension can lead to withdrawal, excessive grooming, appetite changes, and illness. Your cat's emotional world affects their physical health. So if your cat stops trying to reconnect, ask yourself whether they still feel safe enough to repair the bond. Because cats almost never stop loving first. They stop trying when they believe trying no longer works. And once that happens, rebuilding trust becomes much harder. So the next time your cat quietly sits near you after tension, slow blinks at you, rubs their forehead against your hand, or exposes their belly, recognize what you're being offered. Not obedience. Not manipulation. Trust. That's not indifference. That's emotional courage in the language of a creature that cannot speak your words. And that tiny moment when your cat chooses reconnection over fear, it was never small to them. And it shouldn't be small to you either. To learn more about cat psychology, comment and share this video. Subscribe my channel now. Thank you for watching.